is a big hole. And I think it's about time we work a little in our home. Because we made such a mess with the farms, the chests, the animals, special mobs, more special mobs, redstone, trees, and real stuff. I'm getting dizzy. Welcome to Survival Reorigin. Let's start from the beginning. Let's chop down these trees so we can get a better, wider view of the terrain. I feel sorry, but it's what we gotta do. It's so much better to have the zone cleared. This chunk of cobblestone is getting on my nerves. Bye-bye, furnaces. Same with the cacti and bamboo farms. Now we are talking. For the time being, the melon farm is staying. It doesn't bug me and it's quite useful. Now to the fun part. My suffering begins. I have to move all of this concrete somewhere else, and though I don't know where I'm gonna locate them, I know I want them together. Ta-da! I figured I would place them here in this mountain since they don't bother here and are not that visible. With that kinda organized, I'd like to settle some goals for today's video. First of all, have a house. It's about time I have a place to live. A stable for tornado, needless to say. A place for the harvests, and another one for the sheep and other animals. And finally, I'd like to decorate and connect the whole place with roads. Let's start with the house. I'd like to combine this spruce wood with dark oak. The calcite will add some contrast. Well, this is definitely something we can work with. We clean the terrain and we delimited the structure of the house. To make it a little more complicated, I'm making an irregular shape, and let's see how we deal with that. We fill up all the floor, we continue with the walls, and we create the outline of the roof to finish it off with jungle stairs. Roof finished, and it's already looking different, though it ended up with a weird shape, so I don't know. I was thinking of placing 2 watchtowers in the house, which will be made of stone on the base. Something like that. And will be combined with bricks. We add some detail. And it's a lot better. Yeah, I like it. Maybe some windows here and there. First tower done, from where we can observe our domains. And you know what's better than 1 watchtower? Exactly, 2 watchtowers. And sincerely, I like this one better than the other. Improving the house, we make a chimney, some windows on the sides, some details with trapdoors on the ceiling, and it's looking a lot better. But the problem is on the inside. Hello? Because yeah, I need to organize all of these chests. An hour later, the inside of the house is finished. If we go up the new tower, we have the enchantment zone. Building a new house? Check. Let's continue with the stable, and I think it should be close to the house. Stable finished. We add some decoration to the ground, a little hay, a drinking trough, and finally we place tornado. This armor is a lot better. I promise it's the same tornado. I just changed his armor, I swear. Wait, he's escaping. We place some slabs. The main part of the house was completed, but I realized how much empty space this project was going to leave. That's why I started building roads. And added some harvests of different fruits. And a flower field. While the crops were growing, I began with our next goal, a place for the animals. And it's mandatory with so many sheep. It's actually bothersome. There, more room. Now I'll improvise a shed to keep the tools of the farms on nearby harvests. I like the style. Maybe if I make a cross-shaped one? We add fences and stairs to give it a final touch. Finally, the interior. We'll change the floor for stone and polished andesite. We'll build a second floor made of mangrove logs. And regarding details, we'll place some tables with some storage. Some faucets. We place hay. More hay. And yes, you guessed it, more tables. Another goal achieved. And after making another crop, this time a potato one, I continued improving the roads. Since my goal with this map is to create an interconnected world where everything is in harmony and feels full of life. Obstacle? Didn't hit the record button. So you won't see the process, but I can show you the result. As you can see, the change is quite noticeable. Not only because I have zoom, but also because I have some packs that change the aspect of animals. Look at my realistic cow, so cute! We've also added stones around the roads, as well as vegetation near the crops. A cart, a scarecrow, a well, a lot of storage in every corner. A wolf with its food, cutie! A chart with a donkey, a big well, and my favorite zone, a pond to keep the frogs we had on the survival, and living fish! A wonderful place to do some fishing. As I was saying, I put lots of details in every road and the change is awesome. Let's go over everything we've done. We started off this episode with this sad base, but now with the two houses, the crops and roads and all the details, it looks 1,000 times better. But hey, we're not done yet! It's your turn now. I want you to leave your ideas in the comments on what we can add. That of course matches the style. The best comments, I'll be adding them in the survival. Truth is, the zone is already pretty decorated, yet something's missing. If you look closely, there are no trees, so let's do it! Taking in consideration I am no tree making expert, this one is quite nice. Now it looks like a fruit tree. This is the result of placing trees everywhere, and honestly, it does change a lot. Around this zone of the mountain, I made these trees with andesite and some fruit trees with some other thinner kind of trees around the crops. I'm not putting trees in every empty space because there are still things that I'd like to modify. So that's it, my friends. I hope you loved this episode. Our base has changed entirely and I couldn't be happier with it. What else can I say? What's a potato doing here? See you next time. Bye!